I have just been obsessed with every single thing about the movie. I feel like I've seen it so many times now that I finally do have a few criticisms, because the first few times I was just like starry-eyed and in love and just couldn't believe what I was watching. But
I only have like one, and I'm not sharing it.
Is it Forrest Whitaker's accent?
No.
Is it that a lot of Michael B. Jordan's lines were kind of corny?
It has to do with Michael B. Jordan.
Is it? Okay. So I actually really enjoyed seeing him. We'll just go ahead and start with him. I really enjoyed seeing him in that role.
I miss the hair. I wish he would have just kept it for some reason. I don't know why.
So you prefer him more with his... Is this what your issue is? The movie hair?
No, that's not what my issue was.
I was like, wow.
No, my only thing was I felt like the character was so like, for what he was representing, which was like really dope. And I feel like if I had to choose between like T'Challa's perspective or Eric's, I probably would be more Killmonger. But
okay, yeah.
I just felt like it was a little one-sided. Like, it was just so like focused on, I feel like, rage and anger and not much else.
Right. And so I don't know anything about the character in the comic books. So I don't know if the character in the comic books was like less self-centered, but I felt like that was also supposed to be part of the conversation. Like, American blacks having this point of view versus, African blacks and feeling this way about their stuff. And then also within even Wakanda, like, not everybody fucks with everybody, and you have the Jabari and their way of doing things.
No, that was one of my favorite parts about it, that there were so many different
ways to look at conflict, right? And also that women were so strong and like vital to the story, not in like a sidekick way, but like we will fall apart without them.
Right.
Without Shuri, bitch, please. All of this crumbles. Like, none of this. What? Are you fucking kidding me?
Like, they really all were like so instrumental in everything, including like saving the nigga's life.
Right.
So
I feel like everybody who stands for Killmonger just needs to realize that his views processed in the right way is basically Nakia's character, because Nakia was saying the same thing. Like, there's too much shit going on out in the world for us to not be out there helping. Like, bitch, we're Wakanda. We can help. Like, we can provide aid. We can do so much more than these other trash ass countries. Like, I can't just stay here knowing that people are suffering like that, which was basically Eric's argument. He was like, what the fuck? Like, everything was shitty for us, and y'all had all this shit, and you knew what we was going through, and you were just like, oh, well, fuck them niggas. Like, you just didn't give a fuck about us. So I just feel like Nakia's character was really that balance between the two of them that I feel like, I don't know why, maybe it's just mostly men who are just like, yeah, Killmonger, this. And I'm like, I'm not even against Killmonger, because the nigga had a lot of great points. Like, a lot of shit that could not be argued with. But like, Nakia was the one who was trying to use Wakanda's resources to help other people, whereas everything about Killmonger was getting revenge for him and his daddy, which is understandable, but selfish as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was like, okay, well, I want revenge because you killed my daddy. And then it was like, okay, well, what about all the other black people that y'all ain't helping? And then it was like, well, I really just wanted to kill you, even though I don't know you. Right. Like, it was like,
you trained all your life to kill me.
So I took it as, okay, well, this nigga's insane. Like, he snapped, and here's what we're left with now.
Right.
But I just felt like if it was between like those two.
If you had to pick one to be, or like one to side with?
If like, I just felt like I understood that perspective more, but it's also probably because I live really underneath the foot of white people.
Right.
Versus a Wakanda.
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
So I guess I can relate to that perspective more, but.
Just the thought, like when I would see kids randomly in the movie, I would think, wow, to grow up in Wakanda and not Oklahoma.
I mean, my God.
How much less trauma would I have experienced? Like,
and they learn like throat chopping and like breaking your knee at like 4.
Exactly.
So they could never even come over here.
Right.
That's what I want to see in the future movies.
And of course,
more
we
don't
have a secret country that is, Wakanda is not real. So
you don't have to like break my spirit.
Okay. Like, obviously we don't have a real country to like beef with like that, but You are a mess. But I really understood where he was coming from, but he was selfish about it.
I mean,
when
yes,
he burned
absolutely.
when he burned all the rest of the herbs, that's like point proven. You do not give a fuck about Wakanda. You give a fuck about your agenda.
It was like he had like a really solid point underneath like a terrible
all the anger
approach.
and everything.
But we'll get to Monique later.
Okay. But he also did deserve to feel that way because they did kill his daddy and left his ass behind. That was fucked up.
It was fucked up.
It really was.
Like that didn't make no
And that's
sense.
why when he
like,
killed Zuri,
that,
I was like, I'm not even too mad at you, bro.
Like, even that, you know, with the whole feeling of like, even like from the film Civil War previously, they had already established.
I didn't watch that.
I know. It's on Netflix if you care. I mean, you're gonna get a fingernail of what you got in this. He's just in the movie. Okay. That's all I can tell you. Right?
All right. Well, fuck that.
I mean, for the next Avengers, there's clearly way more Wakanda. Loads more of the characters that are in Black Panther are in that, but it's gonna be the same thing. It's not gonna be the same. Like, it's not gonna be Black Panther, but they'll be in it in case you care. Anyway, in Civil War, they had already established the relationship and like the admiration that he had for his dad, and then to like be challenged with that, like, you really left this nigga with his dead daddy.
That is fucked up.
Like, what the fuck?
It just, especially Zuri, aka Uncle James, like you knew that child. Yeah. How fuck
like you
knew that you were leaving him
and leave. Why not bring him back
and leaving him to discover his dead father? Like, oh no, you niggas deserved some revenge.
Somebody had to die, and it wasn't going to be the king. Somebody.
Although I will say I was genuinely shocked when I saw that he was still alive. That my husband had chosen to keep him in the little snow bath thing.
I knew it. Just because he let them stand around there for far too long, and a white man on top of that was there when he barked at them.
Oh, I cried.
Like, I'm deciding on whether or not I'm going to be using that throughout the year, barking at white people. I don't want y'all to, you already call us animals, so I'm not sure.
Cannot talk.
Like,
I'm just.
Are you done?
Are you done?
Like, he's perfect.
Yes, he really is. Oh, God.
But yeah, I felt it. Like, I felt, first of all, duh, he's coming back. And I didn't know exactly how.
I didn't know.
But he was just letting them talk for far too long. I was like, that nigga found him somewhere.
No, I truly didn't think so. And then after it happened, I was like, wow. So that was really big of him to, like, not take the heart-shaped herb himself and instead save T'Challa's life. Like that because
he could have just let that nigga
took
die
a real man,
and just been like, I don't know what happened to him.
It's my husband is just so generous and loving. Like,
I hope he's gonna show up in the other movies too.
Spirited person.
Because unlike a lot of you niggas, I'm still going to go see Marvel movies so I can get more of him.
Go ahead.
Bring him back. Like, obviously,
I will go see him if Marvel puts him in another movie.
God, I can't wait to see that.
So if I have to suffer through white people to support my man, I will do that.
Maybe 30 minutes of your attention.
I'm literally only going to look up from my phone when he's on screen.
And that's another thing I loved about this movie is like people I watched a bunch of reviews on YouTube and read a whole bunch of stuff from people of all races and ethnicities and stuff like that. And most people liked even comic book movie fans liked the fact that more than just this being a movie that would be sold on the action and the special effects. Like, the best part of this is the characters and like the story they're telling, the setting, the design.
All of it. It's beautiful. Even the car chase scene in Korea, I cannot get enough of watching that. Yeah. That is one of the few like high action violent scenes that I don't close my eyes on. I cannot watch either of the battles at the waterfall. They are too violent.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
they're really gory. Right? Like, even the sounds they make me like jump. So I after the first time watching,
you watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but I watch it through my fingers.
Oh, yeah.
So I just kind of at this point, I know when it's coming and all that. So I just keep my head down during those parts.
My mama took off that wig that she hated so much and tossed it into that white man's face.
I said, I'll stand forever.
Oh, God.
She already called it a disgrace.
Yeah, she hated it from the moment she showed up in it. And it looked so good on her, too.
Somebody emailed us and was like, which character do you think you'd be in the movie, Crystal? I think you'd be a Koye because she don't take no shit, and she feels the same way about wigs that you do about color contacts. And I was like, if I had to put on color contacts for a mission, and then I could take them hoes out and use them as a weapon.
First of all, there aren't color contacts in Wakanda.
Of course not. No, of course not. Because why would they subscribe to such foolishness?
If she doesn't even like wigs. Like, I thought that they were, I mean, you feel the same way about wigs.
I don't want to be bothered.
You'll wear a wig to a show and immediately as soon as we walk
like,
off stage, she's like,
I'm just you know what? I would rather never do this again. Like, I am as low maintenance as possible, but I felt like she felt like a moral offensiveness.
Yeah.
Like, this is disrespectful.
She felt like a prisoner in her own body. And she couldn't wait to take it off. When she took that
wig off, I was like, I know niggas are going to gift this. Like, it'll probably be on the internet by the time I get home.
I don't even think the first weekend was done and I saw it on Twitter. I've already saved it. Magic.
Oh, man. Okoye is just perfect.
It's just, I mean, what else did I love?
Everything. The mission in the forest in Nigeria that opened the movie.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Loved that because, of course, he fucking froze.
I love the dialogue there.
All of Shuri's lines, especially, what are those?
That was the one line I said that was probably like, when they give niggas in like black movies that one like social media reference.
Screamed.
And it was perfect. It was still funny.
It was so
But it wasn't as funny as Don't Scare Me, Colonizer.
Yeah,
don't scare me like that.
Don't frighten me like that, Colonizer.
How perfect. And he shut up and took it.
I can't. I really just cackle at all the times white people get told about themselves in this movie.
I almost feel like Agent Ross was only in the movie for there to be a white person to get told. Yeah. Because he wasn't really necessary.
Right. I feel like with an all-black cast like this, probably Marvel, which I can call him Marvel because LeVar Burton said I can.
Every time you say that, I think of Ice Cream.
Probably Marvel was like, we have to put at least one or two white men in this. And Ryan Coogler was like, how can I make them as useful as possible while not being the typical annoying white characters? And one of them is a villain, so it doesn't even apply to him.
Right.
But yeah, basically just Agent Ross. I felt like he was useful only under the direction of the far more talented and qualified black women. like he was doing what Nakia and Shuri told him to do.
Almost every memorable part with Agent Ross in the movie was an opportunity for another character, a black character, to say or do something like magnificent or hilarious or whatever.
Yes.
Like when he said something about like, does Okoye, like he asked her if she speak English,
right?
And she said
when she wants
to. Like every moment that I remember with him was because there was usually a black woman who was saying or doing something that was like popping.
Right.
And he just kind of took it.
Even when he took the bullet for Nakia, Okoye was like, and that was his choice.
Right.
So as far as I'm concerned, we could toss him out the back.
Because when I tell you I agree, I would have patted him right on that bullet wounds like,
right. I was
my gosh,
okay,
thank you so much.
Wow. I said, not only did y'all not get the white man, you brought back another one.
Right.
Like, but no. Like, this is beyond failing the mission. Like, what happened here? So yeah, the fact that he was really only useful in service to black women made me very comfortable with his character, because he wasn't like trying to take over or anything. He was just there.
And Claw made for really great action sequences, and Andy Serkis is kind of a legend.
Yeah. First of all, I have to give Michael B. Jordan his props for that museum scene, because goddamn, like I just feel like it set the tone for the movie. That's when I realized I was in for like a lot of bad bitch insane activities.
Right.
And I just feel like that scene in particular, I just felt like he did such an amazing job. And then I wasn't expecting, I don't know, they just fucked my mind up with the whole emergency personnel thing. And
right.
Like, I knew that white woman was gonna die, but I definitely did.
Yeah.
No, because they focused on the coffee cup. There was a close-up on the coffee cup, so I said, oh, well, that is poisoned, but let's find out why. And then when he asked her, how do you think your ancestors got these things? Do you think they paid a fair price? I said, oh, shit.
And she literally gagged.
I said, oh, so we are snatching white follicles tonight. All of them.
It just made so many great points, like across the board.
It really
in
did.
Like the best ways without feeling like heavy-handed or preachy.
Yes.
It was funny. The action sequences were great. It was like the acting was phenomenal. It was made like perfect references to the comic books that I've read. I cannot wait for a sequel. I hope that Shuri gets a suit. I want to see like...
It's fucking beautiful. The Challenge Day ceremony with all the different tribes and everything, I was obsessed.
Every ceremony, Lupita's dance.
God, Lupita's dance, which you did on stage at the Apollo.
So good. So good.
It is so good.
The
Every
colors,
time I just stare. And I noticed that her tribe's color is green, and she wore green throughout the movie. And I'm like, oh, God, like, you just could not be more perfect. I stand for everybody. The Queen Mother on down. Every last person.
Great job, guys.
Yes, really, really good movie. I've seen it, like I said,